Hello guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna be solving this problem here, and we have to consider n um, greater than 1, greater than or equals 1. Okay, so okay, for this one here, then let's start solving. But first of all, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for being here. So let's start solving, guys. This okay. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna keep this one x to the 3n, right? And then I'm gonna multiply this one by this one. So I'm gonna have n x to the n, right? And then minus x to the n, and then plus square root of n equals 0. Okay, so this we are solving to find the general solution for this kind of problems here of this equation, right? For whatever n we choose. So okay, now what I'm gonna do is this is x to the 3n, right? This n here, I'm going to write this as minus square root of n to the power of 2 times x to the n, right? And then minus, and I'm gonna put this inside a bracket here, minus square root of n, and then this is equal 0. Okay, so now I can factor out this one here, these two here, right? So I'm gonna pick x to the n. This will multiply x to the power of 2n minus square root of n to the power of 2, right? And then minus x to the n minus square root of n, and then this is equal 0. And so now I'm gonna write this as x to the n, and this one here I can write as x to the n, right? To the power of times 2, right? Minus square root of n square minus x to the n minus square root of n, and then this is equal 0. So now this is a difference of two squares, right? This is something like a squared minus b squared, which is a plus b, which multiplies a minus b. So now we have that this is x to the n, right, which will multiply x to the n minus square root of n, which multiplies x to the n plus square root of n minus x to the n minus square root of n, and then this is 0. So now we got something really interesting, which is this term here. So we can factor out this one, x to the n minus square root of n here, and this will multiply this one here, multiplying this x to the n, which multiplies x to the n plus square root of n here, and then here we're gonna have minus 1, and then this is 0. Okay, and then from here we have that x to the n minus square root of n. Well, this is then going to be equal 0, and this one here, x to the n, 2n here, right, plus x to the n times square root of n, and then minus 1. This is also equal 0. Okay, so now let's solve the first one here, which is this one. So we're gonna have x to the n equals to square root of n. So now I'm just going to say, let's say here. So, taking both sides to the power of n, so we're gonna have then x to the n is gonna be equals. We take here to the n here, and then here. Sorry, we don't take both ones to the power of n. Sorry. Let me just write it again. My apologies for this. So this is x to the n equals square root of n, right? So x to the n times 1 over n, and then this is square root of n to the power of 1 over n. So we got all to the power of 1 over n. So this go with this. So our x1 then is equal to square root of n to the power of 1 over n, which is n to the power of 1 over n, if we want to write this. Okay, or we can say that this is square x1 is equal to, sorry, to the power this one here, and then this one to the power of 1 over 2. So that's correct. This is n to the power of 1 over 2n, or we can say that this is equal to 2nth root of n here. So this is the same thing, okay? But I'm just gonna say x1 is equal to n to the power of 1 over 2n here. So this is more interesting for me. So now the second one here, I'm gonna say this is x to the n square, okay, plus square root of n times x to the n minus 1 equals 0. And now I'm gonna solve this um, as a quadratic equation in terms of x to the n. So x to the n will be equals to negative b, which is minus square root of n, plus or minus square root of b squared, which is this one. So I'm gonna have just n minus 4ac. So we have the c is negative, so I'm gonna have plus 4, right? And plus 4 divided by 2a, and a is 1, so over 2 here. And now here, what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna take everything to the power of n, right? So I'm gonna have that this is x to the n times 1 over n equals to minus square root of n plus or minus square root of n plus 4 over 2, and all to the power of 1 over n, right? So this will go with this, and then we have our x here, which is going to be equals to plus or minus um, square root of n here, plus or minus square root of n plus 4 over 2 to the power 1 over n. And then we can say that this one here, which is then x2 and 3, is equal to plus or minus nth root here of square root of n plus or minus square root of n plus 4, and then divided by 2. So this one here, I mean these two here, these three are the solutions for the problems here. So in case you want to check if we did it right, we can check with the first solution, right? The first solution is this one. So our problem is x to the 3n plus n minus, I mean this is minus minus n plus 1 times x to the n plus square root of n, and then this is 0. If n is this one here, so we're gonna say that this is, if x is this one here, so we're gonna say that this is then n, right, to the power of uh, 1 over 2n. This is to the power of 3n, and then plus n plus 1 here, and then times x, which is n to the power 1 over 2n, and then this is times n, and then plus square root of n here. So sorry, my bad here, guys. This is negative here, right? So now this is equal to 0. If this is equal to 0, then we have here, this one will go with this. So we're gonna have just n to the power of 3 over 2, sorry, uh, actually guys, for the matter of space, I'm just gonna erase these solutions here because we already show them. So because I think we're gonna need some space, and I think it's better writing this here. So from here we're gonna have n to the power of 3 over 2, right, minus, here I'm gonna cancel this one and this one here, and I'm gonna have n plus 1 times x to the, sorry, x not, this is n, right, times n to the 1 over 2, and then plus this one here is n to the 1 over 2 equals 0. So then this one here, this is n to the power 3 over 2, and then I'm going to multiply this one minus n times n to the 1 over 2 minus n to the 1 over 2 plus n to the 1 over 2 equals 0. So from here we can see that we have then this one and this one is already 0, and let's say just say this is 3 over 2, right? This is then going to be minus n to the 1 plus 1 over 2, and then this is 0, has to be 0, right? So and then from here we have that this is n to the 3 over 2 minus n to the 3 over 2, right? Because this one is this. So 0, so 0 equals 0. So guys, our solutions are correct. I erased the third solution, but we have the first one which we use to verify this question. So they are correct. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel. There is another method we could use to solve this, which is substitution. And if somebody would like to see the substitution method to solve this problem, please comment, and I'm gonna record a video showing how to do this. Thank you very much for your support, my friend. God bless you all. Thank you very much. See you next video. Bye bye.